Now this Nigerian couple has teamed up with 2 other West African families to bring the taste of West Africa to Kenya.
These yams are not found in East Africa.
Really?
These are West African yams.
On Kenya to the World,
governments have done what they need to do.
Kenya and Ghana boost trade between the 2 countries. And on My Magical Kenya, why mangrove forests are key to the tourism sector. This Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on NTV.
Help build a strong foundation for your growing child with Nestle Nunkid. Nestle Nunkid 4. Our best for you.
Welcome to Good Life, where we are all about you. And when we say you, we mean all of you, including the little ones. We're all about ensuring you feel better and healthier, so you enjoy every moment with the ones closest to you. A smile on your face is what we're about. That's why you'll always be welcome back to Good Life pharmacies across Kenya with the same smile on every visit. Good Life. We're all about you.
Komesha Corona. Wash your hands using soap and running water or use an alcohol-based sanitizer. Maintain social distancing of 1.5 meters and always wear a mask.
Avoid wearing your mask under your nose, under your chin, because this doesn't protect you. The droplets can still land in the environment and things can still land on your nose and mouth.
Komesha Corona. Okoa maisha.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Boma Mabati makes your roof strong and appealing. It comes with a choice of various designs: Boma Box, Boma Tile, Boma Vase, in matte or glossy finish in various colors. Boma Mabati is quality, cost-friendly and KEBS certified. To place your order and enjoy free delivery, reach us on 0723 999981 or 0724 114411 or the details on your screen. Boma Mabati. Mabati ya kila boma. Did you know snakes attack if provoked or hurt? They play a major role in the ecosystem by feeding on rodents that destroy vegetation and crops. We are most likely to encounter snakes on footpaths, farms, bushy areas and our houses, resulting to bites. In case of snake bites, use correct first aid methods instead of ineffective traditional methods. Message brought to you by Kenya Snakebite Research and Intervention Center in collaboration with Neglected Tropical Disease Program, Ministry of Health.
This is NTV.
Good afternoon, it is exactly 1 p.m. You're watching NTV at 1. My name is Zainab Ismail. This year's KDF recruitment continues in various parts of the country, with the military expected to complete the process this Friday. The force had declared non-tolerance to corruption in this year's exercise. However, in 2019, 106 individuals were arrested for trying to bribe their way into the military, 5 among them service members. Sergeant Andrew Mwoki was charged on Wednesday at a court-martial in Isiolo for conning a potential recruit 300,000 shillings with a promise to secure him position in the KDF. Leila Mohammed has that report.
The 78th Tank Battalion Kenya Army Barracks in Isiolo hosted the latest court-martial session where one of their own would have his day in court for his case to be heard as he faces charges of committing a civil crime by obtaining money by false pretense. The soldier is accused of committing this offence in December 2019 while promising young Kenyans that he would offer opportunities to join the military during the recruitment conducted at the time.
I want you to confirm to this court that the 300,000 in question was not your money.
It was not my money, it was my parents' money.
21-year-old Edwin Kinyua told the military court that the accused had demanded a bribe of 300,000 shillings from his father in order to aid the young man secure a chance in the military during its 2019 recruitment. The money was also allegedly deposited into the suspect's cooperative bank account. The accused is facing a second charge of conning another young man identified as Nelson Kabwere Mandela a sum of 180,000 shillings, promising to also offer him a state job. The military police sergeant allegedly committed the offences while in his office at the Department of Defence in Hurlingham, Nairobi. During the opening of this year's recruitment drive, Vice Chief of Defence Forces Lieutenant General Levi Mghalu noted that the 2019 exercise had cases of corruption and warned Kenyans against giving bribes.
Any person purporting to have influence to recruit any potential candidate or issue a KDF calling letter outside the designated recruitment centers will be a conman or conwoman. Further, Kenyans are advised that bribery and other acts of corruption are against the law. Should anyone give a bribe with the aim of securing a place during this recruitment exercise, they will have themselves to blame.
KDF says that a report of this year's exercise will be released soon after the closure of recruitment, Friday the 19th. The EACC, the NIS and Transparency International are monitoring the process. However, the last few weeks have witnessed an increased number of job applicants presenting fake or documents that do not belong to them at the recruitment centres across the country. Back in the Isiolo court-martial case, the presiding magistrate Samuel Mungai, who is the chief magistrate at the Isiolo Law Courts, adjourned the hearing to this Thursday, when the third witness, who was ill-disposed Wednesday, is expected to appear before the court. Leila Mohammed, NTV.
Now, 36 million Kenyans are still at high risk of contracting malaria, according to the Ministry of Health. And this translates to 70% of the population, while the COVID-19 pandemic was projected to make the death toll on account of malaria. The government says the situation is better than forecasted. Helen Aura reports.
Real frames fighting for fainting hopes. The sting of malaria is one whose pain has been a thorn in the country's flesh, but one which the government seeks to end by the year 2030. The COVID-19 pandemic posed a challenge in this war and was predicted to worsen the situation and interfere with the plan in place to combat malaria.
World Health Organization predicted a doubling of malaria deaths if severe disruptions to insecticide-treated net campaigns and access to anti-malaria medicines were experienced. Through commendable efforts by the government and its development partners, this predicted doubling in malaria deaths was averted.
Kenya's malaria distribution is divided into 5 zones. The ministry says it will distribute 15.7 million nets targeting pregnant women as they are prone to getting infected and raising the mortality rate. The impact of malaria has been felt down to the country's coffers, but there remains hope for solutions.
Malaria reduces economic growth by up to 1.3% each year, and estimates suggest that workers miss nearly 12 million days of work each year in Kenya.
I will also provide the necessary leadership towards ensuring the local manufacture of malaria control commodities like bed nets, medicines, to ensure we sustain our efforts and contribute to the economy.
We have pronounced ourselves on this matter, that at least the Kenya part of the funding will definitely go to local manufacturers. We also want to appeal to the local manufacturers to up their game in terms of quality, to ensure that the quality that we have of products in our nation are absolutely at best practice globally.
Kenya is the 5th African country to launch the End Malaria Council, with the Kenyan Council comprising of 11 members. Helen Aura, NTV.
Well, residents of VOK in Mombasa are calling on the county government to expedite removal of tons of garbage lying in the area. They claim that the dump site has been a source of their health problems because of the smoke emanating from the dump site. Kevin Mutai also reports that hundreds of youth who depend on the dump site for a living want burning of the garbage stopped and allowed to continue running their operations at the site.
The billowing smoke swelling at the VOK area in Mombasa County is becoming a thorn in the flesh for area residents who are now raising concerns over the health hazards posed by the dump site. They claim that the smoke has affected people with sensitive respiratory systems as well as children and the elderly.
Moshi unaleta madhara ya kifua, moshi umefanya mpaka watu wamegura, moshi unafanya watu ambao wana asma waanguke. Moshi hatujui ni vifaa gani vinavyochomwa hapa ndani. Zingine zimetoka kwa hospitali huku kwa maklinik zinaungua, watu hawalali vizuri, watu hawaishi vizuri kwa sababu ya moshi.
Mimi na mbona chali langu natoa mimba, lakini najua ni hiyo moshi inanifanya, sababu nimevuta hiyo moshi for the last 4 years. Inaamka kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni. Can you imagine? So sad, yani tunateseka na moshi. Like wengine tunaambiwa tunavuta mabangi nini na ni moshi.
Ikifika saa 6 imekuwa wasi kabisa. Wanachoma matakataka, makaratasi. Inakuwa to some extent wanachoma matai.
Businesses have also suffered as proprietors claim there is a reduction of customers who are running away from the smoke. Tenants are also relocating. But on the other hand, over 200 people depend on the dump site for a living and are afraid of losing their bread and butter.
Taka ni kama kitega uchumi kwangu kwa sababu tokea nilipomaliza shule mpaka sasa sikuajiriwa, isipokuwa natumia taka kwa sababu ndio inanisaidia kimaisha.
Kama watu wanasema ya kwamba ili jaa lifungwe, hata wanatatiza, lakini mimi sioni hatubao wote, sisi tunafanya kazi kama kawaida.
Kama hivi nimekuja kokote hizi, kokote hata kama mgororo vifufu vyangu, hata singine za kupata na lolote, nikaenda kasaidia mtoto wangu shule. Hata juzi niliitwa mtihani pale, nikaenda kamsaidia 200 kwa sababu hapo.
Residents want a fence erected in the 22-acre piece of land owned by the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation to regulate responsible dumping of waste. They also want the county to employ youth who will be sorting out harmful materials, especially from health facilities.
Tumechoka. Kama mtakuja, mkujeni MP, tumewatuma jamani, wote hata Mombasa nzima na magavana tunao. Hatuwaoni, maseneta tunao, hatuwaoni. Tutaenda wapi? Mawini merewe. Hatuwaoni.
Kama wameshindwa na kazi, watupe gari 2 waone kama sisi tutashindwa hapa, kutakuwa na jaa. Hata itakuwa tunataka tuleti hapa. Tutakuwa wenyewe tunatembeleana huko na huko. Tunabeba huko taka na hapa wakitaka wakitupa gari 2, roli 2, wakitaka wafunge.
The county government had closed down the dump site last year and started planting trees, but lack of surveillance has brought back the troubling dumping of garbage. Kevin Mutai, NTV in Mombasa.
Meanwhile, police in Narok South Sub-County are investigating last night's incident where an irate mob touched Kisii Deputy Governor Josh Mangi's official car after it was involved in an accident killing 2 people. The vehicle that was ferrying Mangi from Kisii to Nairobi hit a motorcyclist and his 8-year-old son, killing them on the spot. Area Deputy Police Commander Magdalene Chebet, who spoke to Mangi's bodyguard over the phone, confirmed that the 3 who were in the vehicle survived unhurt in the accident. Mangi is said to have stopped to assess the impact of the accident before a furious group of men working at a nearby quarry and border operators pounced on them. Mangi and his team managed to escape as the group burnt the car while hurling stones at them. Our transport operations at the Likoni ferry channel came to a standstill temporarily for the better part of the day following the introduction of new payment rules that require all ferry users to pay via mobile money. Many users complained that the requirement caused a lot of delays due to delays on the network and demanded that the ferry accepts cash payments. Fatuma Bugu has more.
When COVID-19 struck, the government ordered that cash payments be suspended in favor of cashless systems in order to reduce spread of the virus via cash handling. Now, ferry users want the cashless system be done away with, as they claim that the mobile money payments are slowing them down.
Hatukatai, lakini wafanye na Airtel money, wafanye na kitu kingine, wafanye na cash. Kama cash hakuna, hebu mtu anatoka jirani pale Tanzania na hana mitandao hapa afanye nini?
Lakini sasa imefikia mahali ambapo hata Kenya Ferry wanatunyanyaza. Hata baiskeli paka lazima ulipe na M-Pesa. Yeye ni haki kweli? Delay yenyewe iko hapo. Sasa unaona hii jam yote ambayo imesimama hii yote ni kwa sababu ya hiyo kulipa na M-Pesa.
This morning was particularly bad, marred with chaos as a result of the delays. Heavy traffic was also witnessed. Dickson Siria, a mkokoteni operator, was among those affected.
Kwa mkokoteni nimekuja na mzigo, lakini kufika hapa nimesimamishwa kwa sababu nimeambiwa nilipe na M-Pesa na sina simu. Nimekuja kitambo na kama nusu saa sasa tangu nilipokuja hapa na bado sijapata mwelekeo wowote. Nimejaribu kuambia nilipe na njia ya cash, lakini hasa wamekataa, wameniambia nifuate sheria ya kulipa na simu.
And so we tried to pay and see how long it will take us. We first sought instructions on how to do so. Once that was explained, it took us 5 minutes to complete the process. But some users say it's not always that smooth.
Nimelipa na pesa lakini kuna shida, kunakuwa na delay kubwa. Hata fadhali saa zile mtu analipa hapa, maana yake mtu akilipa unalipa na unaingia ndani ya ferry. Sasa ile delay iko, sasa nimelipa 40 minutes ago. Niko kule juu kwa delay. Kwa nini naweko hapa na kesho wananishalipa?
Now they want to be given the option to choose what method to pay through in order to avoid future delays. Fatuma Bugu, NTV, Mombasa County.
Now, a swarm of bees disrupted a KDF recruitment drive in Kinango in Kwale County. The bees invaded the field where the exercise was going on at around midday, forcing the recruitment officers to temporarily suspend the drive. According to Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin Kiprop, who is in charge of the drive, 2 KDF officers and an unknown number of recruits were injured. Hundreds of the youth had turned out in large numbers to participate in the exercise. They were forced to lie down on the ground as they waited for the bees to go away. Oh boy, I hope they were not severely injured by the bees. Now, drug barons in Mombasa have been put on the spot as the government threatens to publish their names. Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i, who was speaking in Mombasa, revealed that security agencies have watertight evidence against all those involved in drug trafficking, maintaining that more security personnel will also be deployed to address the illegal business.
Before Christmas, I published, names of suspects we think are funding, terror groups. We are going to do the same with, the drug traffickers or people we suspect and we have information are engaged in drug trafficking. We will do that. I mean, why won't we? Because we cannot sacrifice the lives of our children at the mercy of thugs.
All right, let's take a quick break on NTV at 1. We still have more lined up for you, including what's happening beyond our borders. Stay with us.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
The Ministry of Health would like to remind all Kenyans that coronavirus is still among us and that we must continue to adhere to all preventative measures to contain the spread of this deadly disease, including proper wearing of face masks.
avoid wearing your mask under your nose, under your chin, because this doesn't protect you. The droplets can still land in the environment and things can still land on your nose and mouth.
Komesha Corona. Okoa maisha.
The magic beckons. From aquatic thrills to wild adventures, experience our latest additions to the magical Kenya Signature Experiences collection, filled with the most unique and authentic Kenyan travel experiences to cure your wanderlust. No matter where you choose to travel in this paradise we get to call home, you will be spoiled for choice and make memories that you'll cherish for a lifetime. Rediscover the magic.
Mhasibu Sacco Society Limited is a reputable Tier 1 Sacco for all professionals. We pride ourselves in business stability and growth, having been in existence for the last 35 years with an asset base of over 6 billion shillings and over 18,000 members spread across the world. All professionals should join us to benefit from competitive products, high qualifying credit, attractive returns, and services automation. Join us and attain your financial independence. Mhasibu Sacco, the Sacco for professionals.
What is family? Family is a solid foundation to build on and a strong pillar to lean on. It is believing in each one of us for the betterment of all of us. Family is working together today to win together tomorrow. It is creating opportunities for a lifetime of happiness. It is knowing we are valued, respected, understood, and most of all, supported. The future is bright because you can always bank on family. Family Bank, with you for life.
Place your order and enjoy free delivery. Reach us on 0723 999981 or 0724 114411 or the details on your screen. Boma Mabati. Mabati ya kila boma.
Thanks for watching NTV at 1. Now, for the last 4 days, there has been no new swarms of locusts coming into the country as swarms in neighboring Ethiopia and Somalia change direction as wind currents move north. However, the Food and Agriculture Organization insists that the country is not out of the woods yet and long-term strategy needs to be employed to battle the ravaging pests. Swarms of locusts surged in the country last year, wreaking havoc in farms and threatening the country's food security. The government and the FAO have employed ground surveillance and aircraft spraying covering up to 33,000 hectares of land as the main approaches towards containing the invasion. The Food and Agriculture Organization has, however, called for funding to contain the situation and support aerial surveillance, which is proving to be a costly part of the exercise, even as specialists report on a possibility of a third wave. WHO maintains that long-term strategy should be employed to combat the pest as the IGAD puts 23 counties on alert for possible invasion.
The effort that the government together with development partners have put in place have contained the situation by around 80 or so percent. Is that correct? About 80 or so percent. That means that we are about 20% that is still out there in terms of swarms.
We needed our resource partners to come through with about $8 million. And so far, we have about $2 million. Of course, it's a very expensive exercise, as you know, to keep over 9 aircrafts on air for a month or 2 or 3 months. That's an expensive affair.
From that, tourism in the western region is set for a major boost after 14 counties formed an association to champion for the growth of the sector within the region. The association, dubbed Lake Victoria Tourism Association, has outlined major strategies in its blueprint to market the region as both local and international tourism destinations. The association, spearheaded by county governments, hoteliers and other tourism stakeholders from the region, is set to capitalize on the fast-growing domestic tourism as a gateway to international tourism. Stakeholders in the sector have been urged to take advantage of government incentives that remain untapped in order to achieve their goals. And the Central Bank of Kenya on Wednesday transferred 5 billion shillings to the government consolidated fund to support the cash-strained national treasury. The transfer was executed by crediting the deposit account of the Ministry of Finance at CBK. The CBK board authorized the transfer as a way to help the government deal with exceptional circumstances caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The government finds itself in a tough financial spot, having increased its uptake of debt significantly on the back of dented revenues. The approval of the transfer arose from the board's discussion on the banking regulators and audited financial statements of the 2020-2021 financial year. And the government has released 8.7 billion shillings as payments for September to December 2020 for the vulnerable in the society. The cash will be available to 1.1 million beneficiaries as from next week on Monday. The consolidated funds will benefit those enrolled in the Older Persons Cash Transfer Program. The cash transfer for orphans and vulnerable children and the persons with severe disability cash transfer program. Each beneficiary will receive 8,000 shillings. Beneficiaries or caregivers can access the payment through the 4 contracted payment service providers anytime over the next 6 months and will be allowed to withdraw all or part of it. And BBI public participation barazas are currently underway in the 11 sub-counties in Nakuru County as the County Assembly readies itself to vote on the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020 next week. Nakuru Governor has assured residents that the deliberations on the document will not involve succession politics. The BBI sensitization campaigns are meant to help residents understand contents of the proposed changes.
Previous referendums were so politicized. There was such propaganda that people forgot about the real issues. You will recall in the 2010 Constitution, the main debate was about Catholic courts and abortion. We have allowed people to hijack the BBI and plant things that are not material to our lives and our future. We want to remove the mirage, all those issues that have been added to try and make this whole thing look complicated and be left with the actual documents. Talk about more funding to counties, talk about more funding up to the ward level.
Now, a group of former councillors and mayors who served under the old constitution now say that they want the current crop of politicians to stop politicking and get down to business of serving the people who need more work than lip service. The group is also calling on President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga to engage them more in their bid to bring unity in the country through the joint initiative.
They should change their mind and support the President of the Republic of Kenya. And at the same time, they should also support Honorable former Prime Minister Raila, who has done so much for this country. And I think their unification under the umbrella of the Golden Handshake, may I call it Golden Handshake, has changed the picture of this country internationally.
The former civic leaders have urged all political divide to stop early 2022 election campaigns, but instead unite the country and preach peace, support the development and economic growth of our country after COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, some sporting action now, and Erling Braut Haaland scored twice and set up another as Borussia Dortmund clinched a 3-2 win at Sevilla in the Champions League last 16 first leg on Wednesday. Suso Fernandes opened the scoring for the host after 7 minutes before Mahmoud Dahoud equalized 11 minutes later. The 20-year-old Norwegian Haaland turned goal scorer with 2 goals before the break. Luke de Jong scored Sevilla's late-scored goal. Second goal to improve the Spanish team's chances in the return leg set for March 9th. In the other match of the night, Porto edged Juventus 2-1 with the lackluster Italian giants needing a late goal to grab a lifeline in the tie. Porto's Iran attacker Mehdi Taremi opened scoring barely a minute gone. Mali striker Moussa Marega then added the second in the 46th minute. Juve stayed afloat with 8 minutes left when Federico Chiesa scored. The second leg of the tie is in Turin in March 9th.
Right at the start of the second half, Juve were awful at the start of the third. Behind, Morata attacks the penalty area. It's played all the way through Chiesa. Oh, lovely. Lovely goal.
Everton manager Carlo Ancelotti said he expects Manchester City to cruise to the Premier League title after Pep Guardiola's men opened up a 10-point lead at the top of the table with a 3-1 win at Goodison Park on Wednesday. Riyad Mahrez scored the peak of the goals in between Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva's strikes as City extended their English top-flight record, winning run to 17 games. Richarlison's first-half equaliser was little consolation for 7th-placed Everton, who have now won just one of their last 6 games to fall 5 points behind in the battle for a top-4 finish. The fixture was rearranged from late December due to a coronavirus outbreak affecting multiple players at the City that threatened to derail their title challenge. At the other end of the table, Fulham missed the opportunity to close to within 4 points of survival as Burnley came back from a goal down to salvage a 1-1 draw.
Bernardo Silva, what a wonderful goal! It epitomises everything.
And Atletico Madrid failed to move 8 points clear at the top of La Liga on Wednesday as they were held to a 1-1 draw at Levante. Diego Simeone's men sit 6 points clear of second-placed Real Madrid and have a game in hand, but have seen their control of the title race slip slightly after 2 draws in 3 matches. Atletico are looking for a first league title since a shock triumph in 2014, but suffered a setback in this delayed encounter. Hosts Levante took a surprise lead in the 17th minute thanks to Enis Bardi. 8 minutes before halftime, Marcos Llorente's speculative long-range effort was nodded past his own goalkeeper by Levante centre-back Robert Pierre. The two teams face each other again, this time in the capital on Saturday. Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin this hour. Many thanks for watching. More news at 7 and 9 p.m. Stay with us and enjoy the rest of your viewing. My name is Zainab Ismail. Good afternoon.
This is NTV.
Presenting the new Harpic Bathroom Cleaner. Compared to ordinary detergents, its thick formulation gives you superior cleaning and kills 99.9% of germs and viruses all around the bathroom. Blue for the toilet and red for the bathroom.
One of the best ways to save money is by visualizing what you're saving for. If you need motivation, set saving targets along with a timeline to make it easier to save.
All professionals should join us to benefit from competitive products, high qualifying credit, attractive returns, and services automation. Join us and attain your financial independence. Mhasibu Sacco, the Sacco for professionals.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Maji mdosi wangu ametupa simu yangu ndani ya maji.
Mdosi wako kwa sawa? Venye Nkirota ameniambia ajui na akimpigia simu ashiki. Hi! Guy!